Hey guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to the second layout of my latest series, which is that I'm using some 6x6 paper pads from my stash, and I am using some sketches that I purchased at Scrapbook Generation. It's a 20 sketch bundle and I will make sure to link that in the description box below. And also the review that my friend Nicole Coley being here on YouTube created, that made me really want to get the sketch bundle. This particular sketch had 3 full 6x6 sheets in the center and then a bunch of strips on the bottom. And so I'm going to do that, but I'm going to add a little bit more twist, and you will see that later on, just because I am not a scrapper that likes my edges blank. I don't know. It doesn't look good in my eye. Like I wanted stuff on the edges. So I am going to add my little flair to that. And I think that's the beauty of sketches, is that it will be a jumping point for your inspiration, right? When you're feeling like you don't want to start from the very beginning of your inspiration or your plans, you can use a sketch to jumpstart that, and then you can go from there. I will be cutting these strips into 1-inch strips, and so it'd be 1 by I think 2.5. And I'm just cutting a bunch of them. I don't know what in order I will do it. Now, this particular the papers that I'm using is not from a paper pad. It was a loose paper stack that I had that I got from a what is it called? So you know how some people, when they're cleaning their scrapbook room, they would put a bunch of products in a USPS box and sell it that way. And so I bought one of those a while back. I want to say like in 2019 or something like that. It was a long time ago. And so there was a bunch of 6x6 pads there. I think these were cut from just regular 12 by 12. And so there was just a bunch of them, and a bunch of most of the designs are floral. There are just random like hearts or these dots that I think I just put them in there kind of like loose 6x6 from pads that I've owned, but they all worked out. I like that the heart that I'm using here has most of the colors that is in the rest of the papers, so they kind of blend well together. You know, it has those different shades of blue, the yellows, the greens, and the pinks, so that kind of blends it all together. Now I am just putting these papers, there's no rhyme or reason for this, but I do want to make sure that I am spreading those florals, because the florals are the ones that have the biggest designs on my papers. The rest of them are pretty, I don't want to say neutral, but the designs on them are simple enough that you can kind of, mix and match. Now, one thing that I have to say is the photos are of my Father's Day in, I believe, 2019. And I debated so much if I would use the florals for a Father's Day layout, but you know what? I'm just gonna go and be a rebel and do it, because when will I ever use all these floral papers, right? So I'm gonna be a rebel and use the floral paper even though it's a Father's Day layout. I just figured, you know what? It's just tiny. It's not even like, I don't want to say conspicuous, but there's just a little of them. Although, watch at the end because I will add more florals to this, because I was already in a floral kick and I'm just going to add more because why not? It's already there. But watch at the end. One thing that I did off camera is that I added washi for the border. I don't like layouts that don't have a border. It just doesn't look good in my eyes. I have a hard time with that. I do like to step out of my comfort zone, but for the most part, I like a border. So I created one. I used some washi and I just added it all around my double page layout. And then I had some more leftovers of those strips that I added on the bottom. And so I made some banners with that. And added one on the top left, and then on the kind of side of the bottom right there. And here I am adding more florals because why not? I don't know. I'm kind of crazy sometimes. I know it should be a more masculine layout, but oh well. So I did matte my photos as you saw there with white just so that it will stand out against all of the background. And then I hand cut all of these florals from one of the pattern papers. Just again wanted to use them up, and I thought, there are some space there. Now the sketch that I used more like bigger photos, but I only have 3x4 for this particular event, so I just went with the smaller photos. And yes, it did make, like, it made the layout look very spacious to me. I know, I was looking at that and it's just like, wow, there's a lot of space in here, but it all worked out. It's a it's a cleaner layout than I normally used to, but it was good. It all worked out. Now I am going to use again some mini stickers to spell Fave Dad, and then the hour was cut from my silhouette. A long time ago, I went into this kick of like just finding some really nice script fonts and then typing some generic words to add as my titles. And so I still have a bunch of them, and you'll see me use them in this particular series because they were out near my table, and so I'm just using them up. Now I had pre-printed my journaling and I added that on the bottom alongside those smaller strips, and because there was space on the bottom of that particular journaling block, I'm just adding some stickers to that. And so here I'm kind of, like I said in video number 1, that I had pulled out some stickers that's just random ones that's left over from different particular kits or themed products, and so I'm just adding them all here, just trying to see where I can add a few things here and there just to use them up. Like I said, these pictures are of Father's Day, and this particular Father's Day I made my husband a shirt. I don't know if you guys ever watched Marvels, but in the, oh, I forgot what it's called. And one of the Marvels one where all of them are there, and this was when Thanos was basically, they were fighting Thanos. I forgot the title of that movie. Anyways, what's his name? Iron Man said, or Iron Man's daughter said, "Dad, I love you 3000." And so I put that on a shirt for my husband. So that is my layout. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.